What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony here at the Breakout Daily. Thank you for tuning in. Today, guys, we're talking Hawkeye, the Disney Plus show. We are at episode 3 by the time of this recording. I'm going to drop this during the morning of the 4th episode drop, which I thought would be fun and perfect timing. So let's dive into the video. All right, guys, so thank you for tuning in to the Breakout Daily. This week we're doing a triple drop. If you guys haven't seen some of our other videos, check those out. We dropped Moon Knight, some spec as far as that goes earlier in the week. We're doing this video, and then this weekend we will have a mail call video, as always. But we're talking Hawkeye today, guys. Have you been checking out this Disney Plus show? If not, you better check it out, especially if you're a Hawkeye fan. Clint, Barton, Kate Bishop, and just so many different things going on in this show. So what I wanted to do is show you guys some of the books that I picked up during my speculation for this and where I think some of the long-term spec is going to go. This is speculation. I can't stress it enough. This is my speculation. This may not be yours. So I'm not advising you to buy anything. Let me be clear on that. So I just wanted to talk about some of the characters and some of my thoughts for longevity as opposed to the short burn. So with that being said, we've been introduced to a lot of situations within the Hawkeye show. However, we have finally got introduced to Maya Lopez, aka Echo, the appearance of a bad guy at this time. We'll see more. So as far as that character goes, I have picked up, here's just a couple of the books I've picked up in regards to my personal speculation. Echo has her own show coming, guys. So we know that this character is going to have longevity with it. Now that's kind of, in my opinion, kind of the catch with buying some of these characters that may die, that may be kind of a one-off and disappear. Baron Zemo from the Falcon Winter Soldier. Is Baron Zemo coming back? We don't know. Hopefully he does. I love the actor. I love the portrayal of the character, but we don't know. In Maya Lopez's case, we know she's coming back. She's getting her own show. So what does that mean? Does it mean it's beyond Hawkeye the series or before? Regardless, we know we're going to get something else with the character. So I do have issue 9, which is the first appearance of Echo. I have issue 10, just not with me at the moment. Issue 11 was the first appearance of Maya Lopez, unless I got that backwards. And then issue 55, the last book in the run. And then I think I have a couple of the other issues. Now, not only is this the introduction to Maya Lopez, the David Mack art on this stuff is just badass. I mean, like, this to me, just getting this slab just as an art piece, I think is incredible. This is another one. Just incredible art done. So this is what I'm speccing in regards to Echo, the character, right? So I think there's going to be a long life lived with this character. We're going to see her reprise her role, not only in the up and coming series, but hopefully we'll see her in some of the future films as well, if not already slated. And we just don't know yet. So I think she is a character that you may want to invest in now as she continues to grow. This Daredevil 9 book is already climbing, and it could just continue to go through the roof. It not only being Echo, but in the character in the show is deaf. She's also got the prosthetic leg. There's a lot going on with this character, and I think it's awesome, the portrayal that we're seeing on the screen. So that is Maya Lopez's Echo. Now, let's jump over to, I got a couple of fun ones here. Hawkeye, aka Kate Bishop. Now, Kate Bishop, I have Young Avengers. I have multiple books out of the Young Avengers series, which is kind of the startup of Kate Bishop. I also have the bulk of the Kelly Thompson, Leonardo Ramiro, and Jordi Belair run 1 through 5, I think, or 1 through 6 of that run. And I've got several copies of one, just a solo series. And that's what I've got for the Kate Bishop character so far. I think Kate Bishop is going to have a long life in the MCU as well. Young actress, Clint Barton stepping away with the family. So I think it could be a safe bet with that character, but we don't know. We'll have to see, because we didn't get a announcement for a Hawkeye season 2 yet. So excited to see, though, the character come to life as we have in this series. So again, I think there's definitely some room, and I think there is some time. And again, to me, with some of these show specs and movie specs, is how long is this character going to be relevant? Because as we know, some characters, not all, the relevancy starts dropping, the comic book prices start dropping, and then you might find yourself in a precarious situation when you spent $200 on a book and the character dies, and then the book starts dying, as in value starts going down, because what's the relevancy? Unless they do a throwback or something of that nature. Let's keep going. I do have a couple of the Matt Fraction books, nothing too crazy. We've got Lucky the Pizza Dog coming in the Fraction run. I unfortunately don't have any of those books. Those were peaking above where my threshold was as far as my want and kind of desire for that. So, let me change some.
A few moments later.
Anyways, that's kind of my thoughts. So sorry about that interruption there. That's my thoughts anyways. So with that being said, the relevancy, and I hate to say this, of Lucky the Pizza Dog, we'll have to see what happens. But if you bought into him, good on you. We also have The Swordsman. I don't have The Swordsman's book, and it's funny because I actually saw this book at a comic shop, and I almost bought it a while ago, and I was like, I don't know, man. At the time, it wasn't popping up like we're seeing it right now. However, we see The Swordsman in the Hawkeye running show, so the longevity of that character could go on for quite some time. For that book, you'd want to look at Avengers 19, which also has the origin of Hawkeye, first appearance of the Swordsman. And that book is, in high grade, is going, in the upwards of $1,000, $2,000 graded, depending 94, 96, 98. So it's still pretty cool to see it. Let's keep kind of going here. There's several books that are tied to this. New Avengers 27. I do have a copy of that over here. First appearance of second Ronin, later to be revealed to Clint Barton. Now that book is part of what the story arc is. It was because Clint Barton was Ronin that he has been tied into it, and the reason that Kate Bishop attempted to take the mantle on. So that's more of a story arc thing than a character thing, but I still think it's pretty cool. You've got Tales of Suspense 57, which that's a very pricey book I do not have in my collection, which is the first appearance and origin of Hawkeye, third appearance of Black Widow. You've got the Matt Fraction, Hawkeye 1, which was the first team appearance of the Tracksuit Mafia. I don't have that book either, but Tracksuit Mafia in this show is absolutely awesome. I love how they're portraying them. And everything in between. It is also the first appearance of Lucky the Pizza Dog. Part 2 of the Matt Fraction, or comic book 2, first team up of Hawkeye Clint Barton and Hawkeye Kate Bishop. Young Avengers presents number 6, first meeting of Clint Barton and Kate Bishop, another kind of story arc comic book, so you may want to keep your eyes out for that. Those books are not super easy to locate. So those are some of the books. Now let's dive into some outside spec and some stuff that I think is kind of fun with this show is Yelena Balova, right? So Yelena Balova, we know, is coming at some point here in the future with Hawkeye. I'm going to guess we're going to see her appear in the next episode. There's a ton of speculations of her being the one in the special ops outfit, which goes in suit with the Thunderbolts outfit, which it can go pretty much anywhere. So with Yelena Balova comes a lot of different things, right? Inhumans #5 was the first appearance of Black Widow, Yelena Balova, pretty important. Black Widow #1 was first issue of Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Balova face off under the codename Black Widow. There's a ton of different books. I did pick this book up, first solo featuring Yelena Balova as Black Widow. So I think this could have some life under it once we start seeing more and more of her. The more of the origin stuff with Natasha Romanoff is where the bigger money is, but I got the book for not a whole lot of money, so I don't have a bunch tied to it. I think Yelena Belova is going to be in the series to come. Again, young actress, has quite a long career ahead of her, and I think it would just be smart to continue having her in. Plus, I mean, all the leading indicators, Yelena Belova, Kate Bishop, Echo, it just makes too much sense. Another character I don't have any keys for. I'd love to at some point in the future that I think we'll be seeing soon, I hope, is Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. There's so much spec about Vincent D'Onofrio coming in and reprising his role that was once in the Netflix Daredevil show. I am super excited for this, guys. Obviously, the big key with him is Amazing Spider-Man #50, first appearance of Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, and so many epic stories in comics since featuring Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. And yeah, I'm super excited to see what happens and where that goes. Now, one that I have not discussed and I haven't seen a whole lot on yet, but I believe we will see it by the end of this show, or maybe earlier, maybe we'll get lucky, is we have a mystery character, or we believe we have a mystery character. So I am leaning toward Kingpin, Swordsman, Yelena Belova. There's 3. The 4th character that needs to show up is pretty simple. And hold on one second, and we'll talk about this character, because I think it's important. Because I can almost guarantee we're going to see her, and that is Contessa Valentina Allegro de Fontaine. That is right, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I think we're going to see in this show. She's the one that gave the tip to Yelena Belova. She's building up what a lot are speccing to be the Thunderbolts. And her first appearance was in Strange Tales 159, the first appearance of Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, the romantic interest of Nick Fury and high-ranking member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Also in this book, the first cameo appearance of Jacob Fury, the younger brother of Nick Fury, who later becomes Scorpio, then Kraken. And I do have a copy of this book right there. So we're getting some karate chops, some old school Captain America. I got this because I strongly believe that Contessa Valentina Allegro de Fontaine is going to continue having several parts in these shows as she's building up whatever it is she's building. Again, a lot of speculation on the Thunderbolts. That'd be so cool if she did. But if not, wherever she's driving the U.S. agent, Yelena Belova, and some of these other characters, I'm in. And this, to me, her first appearance is just going to keep going up with time, even though she's only had a couple of minutes in each one of these shows to this point, with the exception of Scarlet Witch and Loki. So that's what we got for you today, guys. I just wanted to talk about that, give you guys kind of my perception, my thoughts on the way the Hawkeye show is relevant to my collecting style, along with some speculation of what I believe has some legs on it for long term. Again, I could be completely wrong here, but I think that some of these are safe bets for the immediate future. And to be honest, these are the books that I actually have and what I'm continuing to look into, some of the sub-offs of what I mentioned today. So that's what we got for you. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Breakout Daily. Of course, check us out on IG, TikTok, If you guys are over on the Whatnot app, you can follow me there as well. And of course, hit a subscribe button here. Hit the bell if you want to be notified every time we drop a brand new video. Drop a comment, please share, and we'll catch up with you in the next video.